What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Back with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. This time we're doing the Art of series, where we're going to be focusing this time on Rem, because Rem is going to be getting her C90, as well as her rework, and as well as the debut of her LD weapon very soon on Global Opera Omnia. This is going to be tied in with her Intertwined Wills event. Now a reminder, with this the Art of series, we don't go over super in-depth nitty-gritty percentages and things like that. I just pretty much try to give you guys straightforward information about the character. I give you guys some gameplay, maybe like skill rotation if that's actually applicable to said characters, because sometimes I feel like they're just not. If you guys are looking for particular content creators, or let's say guides that cover all of the nitty-gritty in-depth stuff, I will be linking them down below in the video description as well as the pinned comment. Be sure to check them out, guys, because I encourage you guys not only to watch my videos but also watch those videos from those content creators, and also read up on those resources, so then that way you guys are well informed and you guys can actually make educated decisions on whether or not you're going to be investing on these characters that we talk about in all of these videos. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the Art of Rem. So for those of you that may have forgotten what Rem does, as an overview, she is a support unit. She heals the party's HP, she provides Brave Battery, she provides buffs and auras, she provides free skill usage, and she also has turn manipulation in the form of her skill 2 called Turn Swap. So we're going to go ahead and touch up on the reworks that she got for her skill 1 and skill 2. To start things off with her skill 1, which is Cure, it now is instant turn and doesn't increase the turn count, making it more turn efficient. The HP heals are now for the entire party. She also batteries the party's Brave with this skill. It now has Gain Brave Overflow, and the HP regen that is attached to the skill 1 buff is now a little bit stronger. So pretty standard rework, but nonetheless much better overall usage for this particular skill. Let's go ahead and see it in action right here. There we go, instant turn. It heals both HP and as well as Brave. Now touching up on her skill 2, which is going to be her turn swap. This now heals her own Brave and her ally's Brave, who she is targeting with this skill. It now has Gain Brave Overflow, and it also increases the targeted ally's EX recast, so it gives them a bit more, it brings them closer to be able to use their EX pretty much. The HP attack plus that you get after using skill 2 is now going to be battering Rem before she actually deals the HP damage, and it now also has Gain Brave Overflow. Now before we use the skill 2, I actually want to use her C65, so we're going to touch up on the upgrade that the C65 gets, and this is assuming that you're going to be unlocking the Crystal Passive level 88. So when you unlock that, C65 now will also be giving the party Stolen and Gain Brave Overflow, as well as Brave Gain Up. Let's go ahead and go right into that. And then let's go ahead and use her turn swap. And we're going to turn swap here with Sync. And with Sync, let's just go ahead and use her Totsugeki, her LD. There we go. BC! Sorry, I couldn't help it. Sorry, BC, I had to. Alright, so now we have Machina. As you guys have seen, I'm taking a Type 0 themed party. Right, and you know what, let's just do this because the focus here is supposed to be on Rem, so I'll just have Machina just go with a simple Brave attack so we can go ahead and talk more about Rem. So we're going to go ahead and touch up on her EX now, and then right afterwards her LD. EX is not quite charged up, so let's just go ahead and spam her skill once, then that way we can get that EX up right away. Alright, now that we have the EX, to touch up a little bit on the EX, and when you unlock the Crystal Passive upgrade for it, it now deals 2 full AoE HP attacks with Gain Brave Overflow, and it also heals her own Brave after the first HP attack. And remember, this EX does give her a free skill usage on her next turn. So let's go ahead and just use it right here and there. There we go. And then on her next turn, she's going to have a free skill usage. Let's just Totsugeki again. Or actually, wait, this is Machina. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? I mistook Machina for, Machina for Sync. Why did I say Oh, well. These videos are not scripted, guys, so sometimes I'll say some wacky things. All right, now we can Totsugeki. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so we are now back to Rem. So as we could see, we have a free skill usage, and that came from using her EX. So let's get the free C65 out of the way. And now we're going to go ahead and talk about her new skill or weapon, which is going to be her LD. This LD deals 3 split HP attacks, has Stolen Brave Overflow. It has Brave Refund per HP attack, except the last one, to both Rem and the party. It also grants Rem her LD buff to herself, and it grants each party member a free skill usage for either their skill 1, skill 2, or C65 on their next turn. The LD buff itself provides auras to the party in the form of party attack up, stolen and gain Brave Overflow, and HP damage up, and it also allows Rem to trigger a follow-up attack after she takes an action. This LD follow-up attack deals 2 split HP attacks. It has Brave Refund, except on the last HP attack. It heals the ally's Brave, whose turn is directly after Rem's, and it also grants that ally the LD follow-up buff. Now, this LD follow-up buff only lasts for 1 turn, but while it's present on that ally, it increases their Brave and HP damage dealt, and it also prevents their Brave from dropping below 30% of max Brave. So this is the only time we'll be talking about percentage, because that's something worth noting to mention, because it's pretty much similar to, like, I want to say Iroha's effect, because she was one of the characters that had that effect where your Brave doesn't drop below like a certain amount, even though you like HP dump and all that stuff. This buff, however, cannot be extended, and if you use it on a character who's about to go into their BT phase, it will expire during that BT phase. So think of this LD follow-up buff on your ally as a way to set up like super big damage. I mean, ideally, you'll be using this a lot anyways if you have Rem in the party, because she will be doing that follow-up attack when you have that LD buff up. But whichever character gets this, it's pretty much going to give them a damage boost for 1 turn. So it's like great, for example, to use if you know you're going to be using, like, let's say like the BT finisher button on a character, or let's say, for example, Locke's Genji Glove's Master Scroll HP attack, or even Makina's HP attack command after he activates Burst. Those are some just examples of where you could really take advantage of this particular LD follow-up buff. So Rem allows characters to just deal a whole lot more damage, which is very valuable, and it's really, really cool, and I think she's really, really good at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the LD. And pay attention to Makina. See, they got the Brave Refund, and there's the LD follow-up. Makina gets a battery, and as you could see, he has that 1-turn buff. So what we're going to go ahead and do, just for the purposes of this video, is just to use the BT finisher, because I was just telling you guys, the BT finisher is going to be something that's ideal for this buff to be active, because it allows you to push more damage. And if you pair this up with effects like HP damage cap up, which is the buff or the effect that we all like talking about now, it becomes even more and more potent. So that's pretty much Rem, guys. A little bit of summary and thoughts on the character. Fantastic support unit with strong healing and powerful buffs and auras to amplify offense. Turn manipulation combined with her follow-up LD buff can set up massive amounts of high damage. Buff management with her can be a little tricky, so be careful if you're going to be running her alongside units who also buff the party. She does have a high turn rate, which can be potentially problematic when you're in fights that have lethal Lufenia orbs, so just keep that in mind if you're going to be going ham on her turn manipulation and all that stuff. And then overall, besides that, she's a great support unit to have with powerful mechanics to help your party. One thing that I want to mention is that if you decide to blue her armor, she does give the coveted HP damage cap up. Something to note, but from what I understand, she doesn't really need it to actually do what she does. So if you already have her built minus the blue armor, she's actually already pretty good. That LD follow-up buff that she gives to an ally directly after her turn, it's pretty powerful. I mean, like I said, it amps up damage. You get Brave damage and HP damage up on that party member, and their Brave won't drop below 30% of their max Brave every time they use an HP attack. So if you combine that with like an effect like Brave Refund, it's the damage possibilities are just endless. Like, then that's what she's there to do. She's there to amp up your damage and also provide you some great, fantastic support. So all in all, this is going to go ahead and conclude my video for the Art of Rem. Hopefully it helps you guys out in preparing for the upgrades she's getting on Global Opera Omnia and helping you guys to form your own educated decision on whether or not you're going to be investing in this character or not. Again, thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and mahal, everyone.